Minecraft video, which we haven't really had in a while. Today I'm going to explain how some of the redstone works in Minecraft, like simple, just basic redstone, like stuff that you typically see every day and recognizable things that use redstone. That was hard to word. This is my logo in banners. This is my YouTube logo in banners. It took me a while to make these banners. If you'd like to learn how to make all the letters of banners in Minecraft, then you're gonna have to like, subscribe, share the video. And let's get started. I'm gonna blur out what you have not seen yet. So, first we have a button. Temporary power source. Very simple. You push it and it makes power. Like literally. There's quite a few different types of buttons. If you go in here, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different types of buttons. Next we have a lever, which you flip it and you get power. On, off. It's pretty simple actually, in case you were wondering. It's the same thing as a button, but it's like, until you flip it back. Like, if you flip it, then you have power. Instead of like, you push it, and then you have power for like a second. And then you can flip it back, and then now you have no power. This is not very seen very often. It's called a tripwire hook. As you see, if you push on it, it goes down. Look up here in the red circle. You see it? It moves down as soon as a player steps within the block radius. Again, these tough blocks here and here, they would be getting power if they had redstone on them, but we're gonna explain that later. Okay? Over here, we have the daylight detector, aka Minecraft's solar panel. This over here senses day, like in the circle, and then over here in the other circle, it senses night. So if it's nighttime, this would be making power. And since it's daytime right now, then the sense day would make power at day. It's invertible because, why not? It's Minecraft, you can have so much to do in one place. Over here we have an observer, a temporary power source, like the other stuff we've been looking at. I classify this as a temporary power source because over here you have like the face, and if it sees something, I'm gonna blur that out up there, which hopefully you won't be able to see, is there's this like red thing on the back of the observer. If the observer sees like a change in the block in front of it, then it puts redstone on that red thing. And then over here we have a target block. If you shoot an arrow at it, which will despawn because of the entity, then it just like, if you shoot an arrow at it, it makes power. I put some of these in like my second or third Minecraft house, and I didn't do anything with them. Over here we have a pressure plate. I almost forgot to add this, but if you push on it, it makes redstone until you come off it. On, off. Here we have our redstone torch, which is a long-term power source. This is a new key term. Well,
what does that mean?
It simply means that it just longer power than you would think. Like if you put some redstone dust like over to the sides of it, or a block, if you put a block above it and then put a redstone dust there, or to the sides of the block above the torch, then you get power. The rules are a little different with the redstone block. You just can't put redstone above it unless you put the redstone dust on the top of the block where the sign is. This, again, long-term power source. It has basically the same rules, or like, I guess coding of the redstone torch to make the redstone. Oh, what is this back here? None of your business back here, moron. So what are you doing here, huh? Okay, that's annoying. Let's go to the other things. I'm blurring out the side of the screen. so that you can't see. Look over here, the redstone repeater. Power booster and or delayer. What the heck does that mean? Is your question right now. I know it, I can read your mind. Just kidding. This is 0 ticks, or no, 1 tick. I don't know. 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks. I don't know if it's measured in ticks, but I guess it's ticks. Probably not ticks, I don't know. But this would boost the power of redstone back up to 15. Because if you placed a straight line of redstone dust, you would have 15 blocks until it runs out of power if you add a 16th block of redstone dust. If you don't put a repeater there on that 16th block, well, you're not going to have power. So repeaters are essential. Also, if you want to make something like a gem door, which I do have in an underwater base I plan to show you later, then you have to use the repeaters on the ticks. Over here we have a redstone comparator, which is a value comparison device because it says comparator. Compare-ator. It's just compare with ATOR at the end. Repeat off, like this is if you put a redstone clock made of, like a redstone comparator clock, so this is repeat off, repeat on, so if you like loop this around on here, 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 and then you gave it some power here, it would not repeat. But if you did the same thing here with power, like redstone here, 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 and then power here, then it would repeat. Over here we have detector rail. The powers if the minecart runs over the rail. So just pretend I'm a minecart. This red thing would start glowing, and then you'd have power, like, come out of the sides. Only the sides. Okay, maybe the bottom as well. Over here you have an activator rail. Shakes the minecart if powered and run over. Pretty basic. It's... okay, no, it's not any more basic than that. Why am I talking and going into such a broad explanation about a rail that shakes your minecart if powered? Again, you have to power it from like the side. It requires power. Same thing with the powered rail. It boosts your minecart to be super fast if powered and run over. So it also has to be powered from the side, like the activator rail. It had to be powered from the side. Can't be powered by a detector rail, because that's just how Minecraft works. Ooh, over here we have the piston. It's a block pusher. That's a semicolon, as in like this symbol on your keyboard. Anyway, this is the piston on. It looks pretty cool. Like with the super cool Minecraft Bedrock Edition graphics, I like it. In general, just because it just looks realistic. Like this is like no shaders, no things to mess with. And then over here's the piston that's off. There's actually a lever under the piston to show it that's on. And the sticky piston is the same thing as a normal piston, but it pulls blocks if it's turned off. Like, pretend you have a block up here, like right here, where that circle is. And this time I didn't edit it in, because I said put that circle here many times. And if this went down, like in the off position, the block would be right there, like with the piston. So it pushes and pulls. Again, there's a lever under here. And then our final blocks is the redstone lamp. Simply glows if powered. So if you think of a light switch in your house, it's like if you turn it on, then the light comes on. If you turn it off, the light goes off. If it's like a 2- or 3-way switch or whatever it's called again, just multi-way switch, that could depend. But if you flip the switch, it turns on the light or off the light. Again, there's a lever under here. I will prove that to you. There's levers for the piston, other piston, the light. Now let me show you what happened here. Let's show you my underwater base. So it's covered up by some seaweed. There's a button over here which makes difficult timing. As you can see, there's buttons. There's a redstone torch. I use the glass trick, but you can see like right in there, there is a repeater. I covered this all up so it couldn't be tampered with. And then over here, oh look, you have another button, and there's a lot of sticky pistons used here. And then just another button, open that back up. Then you have, oh no, iron door, secret button, and a pressure plate right here. Concealed, but I think you can see that now. Like right there where the circle is. And then this is my secret base. I did find an abandoned portal nearby, so that's what those are. Those are the banners that I used besides the ominous banner in the chest to make the thumbnail of this video. Pretty sure I had to speedrun this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.